Trapped Offside, welcome back for another episode. We have so much to discuss. SHEGZ is enjoying Valentine's Day out there, it looks like
A
it.
lot of love,
A
out
lot of
here.
love, a lot of love for Ralph, Father Ragnick, I'm sure.
Exactly, for Lord Ragnick. Rose is
No,
for
he's
him on
right. He's
Valentine's
taking
Day.
that. He's taking that to the cemetery for Tottenham right now. That's what. For a death
Hey,
club, right?
Arteta sent me a red card for my birthday. I mean for Valentine's Day. He said 10 men, baby. 10 men. Let's go.
Apparently, 10 men's better than 11 at United. So it doesn't make a difference.
You
That
guys
was a
like
good one.
pumping halfway on Valentine's Day, I see.
Kunaal, isn't that back-to-back red cards in your games now?
I think it's back to back to back to back to back.
Bro, he's trying to get like games called off because they have no players, man. Everybody's suspended, man.
No, it's usually just one
damn,
player.
man.
It's just one player a game. Okay, we can handle that.
They're taking the red color of the club too seriously, I think.
London is red for sure. Blue is get blue out of there.
Oh, and we can talk about, of course, the news of the weekend. The Club World Cup champions. Chelsea.
Oh,
You know-
Chelsea.
What's that?
I'm sure. Actually, you know what? Let's start over there.
Let's go right
Let's
into
start
that.
with-
I love it,
let's
love
go
it,
right
love
into
it.
the Club World Cup. And before I start, let me just enjoy my gold cup because it's tasting real good
Bro.
right now.
That's bigger than the cup you got for winning that tournament.
Does it have Kunal steers in there? That cup has Kunal steers in that, I see.
Little salt. I thought so. I thought so. Anyway, Kunal's not impressed. Kunal thinks we shouldn't be celebrating this trophy. Kunal thinks it's an irrelevant trophy. So it's okay.
Extremely irrelevant trophy.
Let's get into this topic. So
Okay,
first of all,
honestly,
congratulations to Chelsea.
Yeah,
So
good.
Yeah. Listen. Well deserved.
Completing the trophy cabinet. Roman Abramovich took him under 2 decades to complete the trophy cabinet. 21 trophies in 19 years. When he first came to Chelsea, pundits were saying he would get bored at the club. He would sell the club. He's only here for a short while. 5 Premier League trophies now, 2 Champions League, 2 Europa League, all those FA Cups, League Cups, Club World Cups, whatever you want to call them, finally completed. I think what he has done is he's instilled a winning mentality into the club, right from the youth system to the women's team to the senior team. And this club is all about winning regardless of what tournament we're in. I think if we go back those 19 years, there were about just 5 to 7 seasons in those that Chelsea were unable to win a trophy. Since the time Abramovich came in, Chelsea have never gone 2 consecutive seasons without winning a trophy. I think that's an achievement in itself. It says a lot about the way the club has been set up and the people put in place. I think we're doing an excellent job in every area. I think where we can improve is the scouting system.
Kunal has left the building.
He fell asleep. He got bored.
Did you give him a red card?
And of course we've overtaken the total Premier League points by Arsenal. We've overtaken the wins in the Premier League by Arsenal. You know, Arsenal are becoming almost irrelevant now when it comes to London because Chelsea are just taking over the city.
Still a bigger club, but it's fine.
So you can be a bigger club and you can go to Asia and find more Arsenal fans. That's all good. We'll celebrate that. But if you think that's more important than the Club World Cup, then you know it is. What it
let
is.
me take my
They're
Club
not even
World
the
Cup and put
biggest
it on
club
top
in
of the
North
Hall of
London.
Fame.
Debate.
But anyway, like I was saying, this season has started with the Super Cup that we were in. We won that. We won the Club World Cup. We are in the Carabao Cup final. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still competing in the Champions League. We are, and with the number of injuries and COVID cases and the busiest schedule out of all the Premier League clubs, we're still sitting comfortably in 3rd position. And I think Tuchel is doing an excellent job so far. And kudos, Chelsea. If you have any comments to add, I'm here to listen. Let's debate.
All right, so Club World
Wait, Kunal, 1 second. Let me give them their flowers real
okay,
quick
go,
before
go,
you
go, go, go.
absolutely terrorizing them. No, listen. As a United fan, definitely jealous. I mean, in fairness to whatever your comments you made about Roman Abramovich, listen, he keeps rotating managers. He loves the sport. You know, he loves football, and you know that's something that's good for your club in its structure. Like for example, letting Lampard go, a legend, it was a business decision. He knew he wasn't good for the club, you know, and he made the decision that like it'd be tough for a lot of owners. Like look at us, Manchester United. We kept Ole for longer.
It was
than he's
a
supposed to be there.
footballing decision, not a
Exactly.
business decision.
Footballing, yeah, fair
No,
enough.
because I mean,
But that's what I'm trying to say. Your club, the business decision is football. Our club, a business decision is not really football. It's more related to marketing and sentiments and everything. And that's what it is. Because football at the end of the day is a business. You see what I mean? However, it's about being run correctly and it's just about winning. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. You guys got a trophy. I mean, a lot more than we can say for what, 4 years, maybe 5 years. We won the Europa. Or was it? How long was?
2016, I think you guys won.
Yeah,
2017, you guys won something.
No, in 2017, probably a community shield, if I'm correct.
5 or 6 years.
16, yeah. But listen, in fairness to you guys, oh, sorry, hit my camera. In fairness to you guys, listen, I mean, well deserved to your club. You guys won another trophy, and at the end of the day, trophies leave legacies, and for me, that's good. Being a Chelsea, I think it's really good being a Chelsea fan for the next 3 years.
Still 22 years old.
Man. So yeah, that's my flowers. That's enough. I want to throw up now.
So I'm not taking away anything because I agree with everything Maranol said. Your team is a serial winning club. You've shown that you've been one of the best teams in the league in the last 20 years or so. Great job. Amazing. But to me, it's just funny that you're trying to wrap everything up in this neat little package after winning the Club World Cup.
It's just not neat little package. It's 20 years.
No, you're like
20 years of consistency.
Everything that he's done has come down to this moment. It just
it has. That's not what I said. I said we completed.
Funny. You guys won the Champions League. Okay, like that is an incredible achievement. To celebrate these little things to me is just.
But how is that? No, my question, Kunaal, is how is it a little thing? Because it's a Club World Cup, right? It's about the top clubs who win the Champions League in their countries. Yes, I mean, they might be weaker. But still, it's not bigger than the Champions League. I'll agree with you on that. However,
one of the teams in the tournament didn't have a logo. Chelsea only played 2 games in the tournament. I don't think these things should make it like such a big bolsterous celebration of. Did you see how they celebrated winning by 1 goal in extra time? I don't know.
But that's what you do, man. When you win, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The aim of the game is to win, not to be beautiful.
It does matter when you're
playing against Barcelona.
Kunaal, you guys were celebrating after beating Wolves with 10, just because you had 10 men. Did you see you guys celebrating?
That is a much higher achievement than beating Palmeiras. Okay.
What do you? Ben White celebrating against Liverpool because Minamino missed, and then the next game you guys get hyped.
That's not celebrating, bro.
What are you talking about? They were giving the big into freaking Liverpool. Tell me I'm lying. Arsenal, every game they win because they have 10 men, becomes like a World Cup like for them. You should see them celebrating, high-fiving Arteta going to fans. Yeah, freaking, it's just, it is what it is. I'm just saying you can't, they won a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter how you celebrate. If I win a basic trophy, I will be celebrating. I don't care what trophy it is. It is a trophy at the end of the day. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
How? A trophy is a trophy.
If you won Champions League last year and you celebrated this trophy, I'd be laughing at you exactly the same way. I'd be laughing at Arsenal fans the same way.
I don't get that. I don't get that because United have won. We have won a Club World Cup also, right, SHEGZ? We have won a Club World Cup. Yeah.
When your academy should be able to beat that team, I don't count that as a freaking celebration.
Bro, football is a game on any given day. Anyone can win, bro.
And they went full strength.
Listen.
What did you expect us to go?
Bro, Europa League team. That's what I expect you to go.
Okay. Look. First of all, how you get to this Club World Cup by winning the Champions League.
Yes, and I fully gave you credit for that.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me complete what I'm saying. Right? Based on that,
than they are in soccer.
If you let me finish, will you let me finish? You get to this Club World Cup by winning the Champions League. How often do clubs win Champions Leagues? Not very often. This is our second time in 10 years. Do you think we're not going to go all out to win this trophy? Do you think we're not going to put out our strongest team to go out and win this trophy? This is our second shot at it in 10 years?
I think you just did it to skip the game against Arsenal.
Oh, this guy.
Because everybody's scared of Arsenal, right? Everybody's scared of
We
Arsenal.
shouldn't celebrate it. So what did you want us to do? You wanted to win the trophy, give a round of applause to the fans, and walk and go home? What did you want us to do?
Bro, they made that trophy out of paper mache during
You
the
guys
game.
were celebrating the FA Cup, man.
FA Cup is still better than that trophy.
Oh, come on. Hey, listen.
Wait, sorry, you're saying the Club World Cup is better than the FA Cup?
Bro,
The
I'm
Club
just
World
saying.
Cup is harder to win than the FA Cup, for your information.
Exactly.
It's hard
exactly.
to get to, apparently, but only for one team. Every other team is
Able to win it, you have to get to there.
Yeah.
Bro, how did Al Jazeera get there?
How many UCLs has Arsenal won? Zero.
That doesn't matter. That's not the point here.
Qualified for this tournament. That should tell you how tough it is to get there.
Didn't they get piped like 10-2 over two rounds by Bayern? Or is that a London thing?
You play
Getting
weak-ass
piped
teams
by
in the
Bayern.
FA Cup. Nobody complains about that.
Wait, we beat you in the FA Cup.
Yeah, in the final, right?
Yeah, you just answered your
Yeah,
question.
so how do these teams get to the final? You still have you're beating all these
Bro,
crappy teams who won league.
Tell me
teams,
how Al
FA
Jazeera,
Cup.
tell me how Al Jazeera got to the Club World Cup.
There was no Al Jazeera. Which Al Jazeera are you talking about?
Look at the.
There's
You can't
Al
even
Ali.
tell. You can't.
Are you talking about the Final Four? Are you talking about the Final Four?
No, I'm talking about the whole tournament. Bro, the Final Four, you had 2 games to play.
It's the winner of the Arab Nation Cup. It's the winner of the African Cup. It's the winner of the South American Cup, and it's the winner of the European Cup. It's the 4 winners of the continents that play the semifinals and come to the final.
And none of those teams were the best teams in their respective countries.
No, but that's it's a Champions League in their
what are you
countries.
saying?
Kunal.
They have to win the trophy to qualify for this tournament.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
the
a Champions
trophies are
League in
so-
different parts of the world, basically, and all of them are the winners of that trophy within their area, and they compete. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You're saying that, listen, the way people are celebrating, but I'm
Yes.
just saying, I'm stating the fact that if we won the trophy, I'd say, yeah, we won a trophy. Like, why can't I celebrate?
No, you can.
But that's
you
what
can
you
say
play
you won a
football
trophy,
for, to
but
win.
you can't be. It's just.
But that's what they
It's
play
just-
football for, to win, man. Football is freaking emotion, it's
It's just-
passion,
it's
in
just
winning
how happy-
everything and anything.
It's just how happy people were with that win that makes me laugh because I'm like, oh my.
What you didn't
Kunaal.
laugh when Lacazette jumped into the crowd when he scored an equalizer against Palace in the 92nd minute.
I still think that's more important than winning whatever
You
tournament
think
you
winning
win.
1 point against Palace
Yep.
is more important?
Guys,
Oh,
guys,
no, Kunal, no, man.
I'm gonna eat my banana right now because I don't know what this guy's talking about, bro.
Guys, I think. Look,
Kunal's giving you Kela.
No, guys. The only thing this has proven is that Kunaal is a true Arsenal fan. That's the only thing it's proven. Because how can you celebrate 2 10-man draws just as hard as Chelsea winning that and have the balls and the audacity to come here and be like, why are you celebrating?
You celebrating a trophy? You celebrating a trophy?
Again,
You didn't even bring a trophy to the table. At least you have a trophy. You won a 10-man game and you're
We
celebrating.
will put our draws on the table with 10 men. Here you go. Let me see your trophies and your medals.
Guys.
I didn't even
2 red cards from back-to-back games. That's our trophy.
with a win and a draw, come on.
I just think this. I think it's still, and I think I just agree with what he said. It's one of the hardest trophies to actually win.
It's
Because
one of the
you have
hardest
to win the
trophies to get
Champions
to
League.
for. It's one of the hardest trophies to
Exactly.
get to. But I don't think it's one of the hardest trophies to win.
I mean,
How?
Any team can win on any given day, bro. And
No.
these knockout games
No.
are 50-50. It doesn't matter who the teams are.
Santos won it 1 year, and I think they beat Real Madrid or something like that 1 year.
We lost
But
the
that's
last
Real
Cup.
Madrid didn't care about that game.
No,
No,
man.
last time we
Oh,
played,
no,
we lost
I
the
don't believe
final.
that.
No. Come on,
Can
Kunaal.
we-
I think you need to just drop the London rivalry and speak
Let's
some
go
sense.
back. Let's go
Yeah.
back and
Oh,
Let's
let
go back
Kunal
and
speak.
look at
What is Kunal saying?
Let's go back and look at the Champions League team that won Champions League that went there,
Yeah.
and the teams they put out to play those games. That would be indicative of how most teams
Okay.
win the Champions
Okay,
League.
look,
No, hold on.
care
Tell
about
me
it.
who put out.
Kunal,
Tell me who put out.
I'm asking you. I'm telling you.
Nobody put out a weak
Let's
team.
go. No, it's okay. Kunal, if we look over the last 5 years at the teams that have played in the final from the Champions League, and it's just as strong as a regular Champions League team,
Yeah.
are you going to get on your knees on camera and say, I am sorry to all the Chelsea fans because I was an absolute tit and I messed up? Are you going to do that?
I won't do exactly that, but I will.
No. You have to. Put your money where your mouth is.
That's very
If you're about
suggestive, bro.
Only if you have a dirty mind, mate. Only if your mind is
Look.
dirty.
I'm pretty sure that's
the
what
bottom
you're
line is. The bottom line is, you play this game to win. You play this game for trophy. It's a sport at the end of the day. You play to win. You don't play to take part. So
But if
given-
you can win with a much weaker team,
Fine,
it doesn't matter. The point is to
but-
win. It
but-
doesn't matter how
but-
you win.
But Kunaal, has Arsenal ever won the Club World Cup?
no, because we haven't won Champions
Well,
League.
Exactly. So you can't even comment on this. It's the strangest thing. Like you can't even sit at this table. Like you just can't have the conversation because you guys have never even been there to be able to say it's a useless trophy. At least win it first, and then say it with your chest. It's a useless trophy. But first you have to get there. It's the
the
truth, right?
only useless trophy is the Spurs Audi Cup, man.
No, guys. It's the Emirates Cup. That is the most useless trophy. The Emirates Cup.
But anyway, look. We have really young players. It's important for us to win and get the winning mentality into the squad. We have Havertz, who's 22.
You won
Pulisic-
the Champions League. You already have winning mentality, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so they need to win more, Kunal. I
It
They don't.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because we won
He's like, you
Champions
don't
League,
need to
shouldn't
win
any
more.
You need one trophy every 70 years and you're good.
Sorry.
Now you win. Now you can win. Now you lose all your games.
You don't need to win anymore, guys. One trophy's enough.
Oh, come on.
They don't need to win Mickey Mouse trophies to instill winning mentality to these guys.
They
already
win
have it.
every single trophy that they compete for. That's the mentality of Chelsea Football Club.
Look, I think that's pretty final. I think we should move forward. On that note, we should talk about Arsenal's past 2 results and how they've absolutely triumphed over adversity. Kunaal, please take the stage. Tell us about those 2 games, right?
We had one game in the last 2 weeks, so I'll probably just talk about that one.
No, you had 2.
Who did you play before Wolves?
No, he meant like they're not in any Premier League league title games, FA Cup games. They have only 1 game a week. That's what he's trying to say.
Who did they play before Wolves? We didn't cover that.
No, you get what they played.
had 2
You guys
games
played
in the last
Wolves.
No,
You played Wolves and somebody else.
We played
Yeah.
Burnley on January 23rd. It's it's been 20 days since we played that game. And we were supposed to play Chelsea yesterday, but they had small fish to fry, I guess.
Important
But
priorities.
sure.
You think you would have beat Chelsea, Kunal? Do you think you would have beat Chelsea?
No, I don't think we're gonna beat Chelsea.
Oh, okay. So at least they went somewhere else and they won a cup.
Why would they win a cup if they could get 3 points? Is more important than that cup, in my opinion. But okay,
3 points
anyway,
are coming anyway, bro. It doesn't matter.
we'll
The trophy is more important.
see. We'll see.
Anyway, the Wolves game. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I thought we had a weird game. I was terrified that Cedric was starting again over while Tomiyasu is still injured. But honestly, he played really well. And I think overall, the biggest problem at Arsenal right now is the striker position. Like the amount of when we were down 10 men and he missed so wide, 1-on-1 with the keeper, that's heart sinking because at that point you think this is a possibility of being a 1-1 draw or even a 2-1 win for Wolves, because Wolves they're a very strong defensive team. They sit back with everyone. Literally, I think they'll just all stand up on each other's backs in front of goal, and that's how they defend. That's how hard it is to break down their team. And they've shown that against a lot of teams, being they've conceded the second least goals in the league right now. So
They're a very good team, man. They're honestly very compact. They play with the proper style of football, and honestly, they pull themselves into a top 4 race now, man, out of nowhere.
Yeah. especially with their result. Has the game finished?
Yeah, they
right?
won. They won.
Result
today.
against
Spurs.
what's the name of that team? Yeah,
Top Spurs.
Tottenham bottom Spurs. That's what they are. Anyway, they're a great team, and Neves, the way he can like pick a pass over the defense is amazing. So I thought it was a decent enough game plan for Arteta. I don't think they had the best game. And Martinelli, man, like, first of all, I don't think that should have been a red or like 2 yellows, because one, Martinelli fouled him on the throw, so that was a foul throw. That should have just been stopped at that point. Yellow, fine, understandable. And both of those fouls were yellow card offenses. But in the rule of the game, if they're going to give a yellow card, that play needs to be stopped. And they're going to give the yellow for the first offense. And secondly,
why does that game need to be stopped? I mean, educate me. Maybe I've got it wrong.
No, sorry. Because they can't give him a second yellow card for something that's not a goal scoring opportunity. Literally, this has never happened in the league before. Has anyone ever seen that happen, where he pulls out 2 separate yellow cards for the same player?
I mean, but that's because no player has been Gabriel Martinelli's level of stupid. So,
I literally saw Maguire do the same thing like 2 weeks ago, pulling a player down, going back, and then fouling someone else again in the box, and he didn't get a card.
But
I remember Jimenez a
both
couple of weeks ago against Man
part of
City got sent 2 yellow cards too, like back to back, and he just got sent off.
No, but they were separate. They were
immediately
separate turns of play.
No, it was literally yes and no, in the sense that obviously he caused the first foul, and then whenever they were going to play the ball, he stood like in front of the ball or something whenever they were passing.
I think that's
So he got
happened to David Luiz before too at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Has it? Or
I don't
maybe
think
maybe
it's
at Arsenal. I remember Luis got in trouble at Arsenal at some point with something like that. It was quick.
Bro, Luis only
quick
gets
yellow
straight
cards.
reds. I don't know what you're talking about.
But listen, it's silly. It's
I think
silly.
it was fair enough. I think it was
fair. I think it was
Yeah.
very stupid on immature on
I
the part
totally
of Saka.
agree. I totally not Saka, it's Martinelli. But I totally
Oh,
agree.
Martinelli. Sorry.
Those
Martinelli.
are both yellow card offenses, 100%. So fine, it's hard to like argue against that. But I still think, for a player that young, if he knew he had a yellow card, I don't think he would have done the second play.
Well, what you mean? He should have known that.
I see what you mean.
I mean, he should have been aware that he got the first yellow then, right?
No, because there was no indication that he got a yellow.
Yeah, so I see from that point of view where you're coming from. But I don't know what's wrong with Arsenal. I think with 10 men, you guys defend like righteously. I don't know why you can't do that with 11 men.
100%.
No, because they only know how to defend, and I think once they lose the attack, there's less stress to attack, and they just defend.
But you see, this kind of makes sense if you were Wolves, because Wolves kind of do that. Like they just defend, and they might get their odd counter attack, but at least they're not conceding goals. But Arsenal are still pretty leaky, So I don't understand why that like 10 man is a trick.
We're not that leaky. Like I don't think we're anywhere in top half of like most goals conceded in the league, and most of our goals came like in the first like 5 or 7 games of the season. But regardless of that, I think the problem with playing like that is our attack is not dynamic enough right now, especially with the way Lacazette's playing, that if we defend like that, we're just not going to score goals. Like we barely score goals now. So it's kind of a tough situation of like 100% if we were capable, like if we had a better striker, I think in the middle.
But it's 2 yellows, so it's only one game that he misses.
It's only one game for sure that he misses. But I think they're going to argue that as well, because I said something in the group. I need to look it up, but there is a rule where you can't get 2 consecutive yellows in the same play. Let me see if I can find it. Anyway, guys, continue talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think of the celebrations after the tie? What's your thoughts and feelings on that?
I think they're just happy they made it through that game.
Okay, cool.
Well, would you not be? Would you not be? Like, I'd be tired.
No, I'd be. I'm actually no. I would be happy because I mean, it's a top 4 battle. You'll actually ground it down. Now, Wolves is a decent team. I mean, they're competing for the top 4 spots, so I get it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you put in your time, you put in your effort into a game, and at the end of the game, you pull out a win. Emotions are always gonna be there, and that's what we love to see. Emotions, we love our team being excited over stuff. So no problem with that. Just a question,
I think this is the first time in 7 years Arsenal has taken advantage of like the teams around them losing or drawing. Like United drew, West Ham they lost, right?
West Ham are playing right now.
No, but their game prior.
Yeah, the game before. Yeah. And United couldn't capitalize on there.
United couldn't capitalize. Tottenham lost. So, and oh my God, that Tottenham loss was incredible.
And now you guys have 2 games in hand, right?
I don't, just based off what I've seen this season, the games in hand don't make any sense to me because no team has been able to capitalize on that. And our games in hand are Chelsea, Liverpool, Wolves. So,
but you'll just beat Wolves with 10 men, man.
Yeah, but they're still a tough team.
Wolves also have a very a tough fixture list. I think they have like City and stuff coming up.
I think the reason we defended them well with 10 men is because they're better on the counter and not in like the second half possession. So
they're a very quick counter-attacking transitional team. They get those quick passes first over the top.
And I'm pretty sure they had like 97% possession after Martinelli went down. So they weren't able to counter. They were just in our half the whole time. And I think that's the reason they were able to just solidify them and not, break us down as easily. But anyway, I found the rule. It says if the offense was interfering with or stopping a promising attack, then the player is not cautioned. If the offense was interfering with or stopping a promising attack, then the player is not cautioned. So he shouldn't have gotten that second yellow. But anyway, the game's done. We survived. Who do we have next?
So if you tied, you would have been pissed, huh?
I would have. Because it's another situation where they're not taking advantage of all the other teams around them losing. I'd be very upset.
Well, it's 3 points and move, bro. At this stage, you just take the 3 points.
100%. 100%. I think if I were United and we turned our last 2 draws into 3 points, I'd have been fantastic. I'd be over the moon. So, I think that could be a nice segue to Manchester United.
Yeah. What's going on in the theater of draws? It looks like these days.
Picasso FC. All we do is draw.
You got Ralphie Ragnick, baby. Ralphie Ragnick. Oh. Come on, what are you guys saying about Father Ragnick? We came here.
Hey, listen. Okay. Let me get something off my chest. Listen, I mean, not gonna lie, I'm freaking depressed. I'm depressed watching United. Really sad because I was really hyped. I was on this Ragnick train. The good things are that I think we play better football. Yeah. All right.
I think you guys played a very.
I think we're in control a lot more. Now, the one thing good you see is the fact that since we are organized, you can actually see we lack quality in certain areas of the field. You can clearly see like kind of our weak links where we're not working hard, because when we work as a system, you can see the holes because everyone is supposed to be doing a certain job. All right. So you can clearly see that we have problems and we're lacking quality in certain areas of the field. Center back is one position. I think our wing position is a little bit of a problem. And obviously our CDM position, which has been a problem for the longest time. We cannot, I don't think Pogba and Bruno can play together in the same team, in the sense that when we're on the counter, when the other team, the opposition are on the counter, they leave too many holes, all right? And they cannot run back quick enough. And there's too many holes on the counter, all right? We have been playing so well the first 40, 45 minutes. And literally every game after the 45th minute, 47th, 48th, we've been conceding goals. We've been creating 8.35 chances in the past 3 games. And I think we've scored only 3 goals. So our strikers aren't taking their chances. We've been creating a lot of chances. We're just not finishing. And then we have a weak mentality on the defensive end. Once the opposition score a goal, we don't know what to do after that. All right. Or it's the mentality of we don't know how to defend a goal lead. And you know what? unfortunately, we are just a bad team right now, and it's really disappointing to say. I think we are organization wise, ball movement wise. I can see good progression signs. However, the consistency. I mean, these players have got a lot of coaches fired. All right, so we cannot just say now it's the coach's fault. Now, some of these players need to freaking go from our team if we need to get better, because it's going to get worse. I don't have confidence in us making top four right now, honestly. I mean, West Ham is doing well. I think Wolves are doing well. Arsenal don't have Champions League football, Europa League football, so they can concentrate just on the league. Spurs, I don't know what the problem is with Spurs, but those are three teams. And if United cannot beat like a Burnley, right? We couldn't get past Middlesbrough. What hope do you have against all the other teams? Top teams figure out a way to win, and that's the most important thing. 1-0, 2-0, or like 2-1, whatever, 90th minute goals. We cannot do that. Our team doesn't have the mentality, and it's going to be a long season.
And I think this is where it comes down to the mentality aspect that I was talking about. And once you consistently start to win and come out of those positions, you just develop that mentality that you can pull yourself back, that you can scrape through. It may not be like it is going to be an ugly win most times, but you still pull yourselves through. And then I think the issue at United is just the whole squad morale is down. They just don't have that belief. They don't have that that confidence that they can go out there and win the games. Every time they score, they're.
And why do you think we don't have the confidence?
I'll tell you why.
They've reached so many latter stages of competitions and just fallen apart. They've just bottled it at the late stages, and that's where like it plays on your mind. You're like you're almost at the finish line, but you can't make it past the finish line.
So I think it might be even a little bit more sinister than that. I think the actual reason why is because I think in their heads they're all really good players. Now these really good players, they thrive on like, I'm the best, I'm the most confident, I'm the guy, and it's not been coming off. Ronaldo's not scoring. Bruno's like he's drying up a bit. Pogba, I know he got a goal last week, but he couldn't influence the game, this last one. So I think
he influenced the first half, but he went out of gas. I don't know what happened in the second half. Like the first half of both Middlesbrough and Burnley, right? He played well. And then the second half, it just disappears. I don't know whether the fitness is off or what.
Yeah, I think it's a mentality thing. But I also think Rangnick has one more change to make in the team. I think he needs to drop a striker and actually play Bruno as a false nine, and then bring another midfielder into the team. I think
he needs to drop. I think he needs to drop a center back.
I'm not too sure. And I know
this guy's getting cooked every game, man. He's getting cooked every game. He was the reason for the goal against Burnley. He shouldn't have engaged the player. All right, McTominay was there. Varane was right next to him. That freaking tall guy, whatever his name is, man, like big freaking giant. He literally cooked both McTominay and Maguire, and Maguire is too slow to even recover from any of those tackles, man. Like he is not a Manchester United captain. He's a crapton. That's what he is. That's what he is, an absolute crapton. He's terrible. He needs to be dropped.
The problem I see with that is when you have Pogba and Fernandes and you have that midfield issue where once you're on a counter, you have this like open gap. That puts too much on Maguire, who is slow of foot, that he has to play a little higher up and stop the players from coming down the wings. So that's where he gets cooked a lot more.
Exactly. So what do you do for that? What do you do for that? If you're trying to play high up the field, play a faster center back. It's simple.
So what I see is you guys go up, usually against especially the lower teams, you guys go up in the first half. What you need to do is bring a CDM in, like bring in Fred at the second half, at the start. Take off one of Pogba or Fernandes, and then just try to play a more solid game once you go up, as opposed to
see, we don't have a CDM. Fred is not a CDM. Fred is just a destroyer. He's one of those guys you use to press higher up the field and win the ball back. That's what he does. He is not fully composed on the ball. He's one of those players who wins the ball back, makes the quick pass. That's what he does. He is not a composed kind of player, like with the ball, like getting the ball from the center back almost. He's not that kind of a player. So we don't have honestly, we don't have a CDM right now. So it is what it is. We've been asking for CDM. We don't have a CDM right now. What I'm trying to say is, yes, we play higher up the line, right? We are pressing higher up the field. So obviously, your opposition will look for the long ball every single time. That's how a lot of teams score on Liverpool. They play a high line, and a lot of the times when they get scored on, it's a ball over the top. But what do they have sometimes to counter that is you have a fast center back. They have a Van Dijk or they have a Matip with pace. We have literally Maguire who has no pace, and he has horrible defensive awareness. And on 1v1s, he's not good. So what do? Just get a Phil Jones or get a Lindelof. He needs to be dropped. It's as simple as that. You got to play hard the line. Broha was moving like Diego Costa against him, man.
Bro,
he was bullying
Broha
him,
is
man.
He's a sick.
Broha is a problem, man. Broha is a problem.
He's so direct. He's still like 20 years old, man. And his
man,
game is
even in
amazing.
the Spurs game, if you saw that, he was cooking them. He was cooking them, man. I love his physicality. He has the pace. He's in for like a hard game, you know.
Yeah.
I was afraid last time we played Southampton, by the way, SHEGZ.
Edu, get on the phone. Edu, come on.
Edu, yes.
To Broha?
Yeah, I'd take him.
Broha is a Chelsea player. You think he's going to sell you to Arsenal?
He's on loan from Chelsea, no?
No way.
SHEGZ,
he's going to join the first team next season.
SHEGZ, last time we played Southampton, they had this guy Armstrong playing up top, yeah? He was cooking Maguire the first time. Just imagine, Broha came in this time. He's a bigger physical player, and Maguire still gets cooked. Like, what is his use?
No, hold on. I do agree with you. I think Maguire is not built for the kind of football that we're trying to play now. But do I think he's a bad defender? No. I just think he's not built for the football we're playing. So he's great for like England, who are a pretty defensive team. Like
yeah, but what formation do they play?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. They play 4-2-3-1. I'm on your side. I'm fully and they play quite deep. He just has to clear balls. He has to just build up play. He's not really having guys running behind too much. He's not facing any of that sort of issues. But at United, what we're trying to now progress to is the Liverpool or the Man City type of football, which is high pressing, what's called forward foot football. So I think, yes, you're right. He's not built for it. At the moment, I think, yeah, we can drop him, maybe. I don't think that will solve our problems. But I think our problems are less in defense right now compared to attack. I think something, there's just the midfield and the attack, something is not quite right. And as I said, I think Ronaldo and Cavani both need to get dropped. I think Bruno moves up, you bring on a Fred. So then you have two runners. You've got Fred and you've got McToms running, and you've still got the Pogba and your Bruno. You
already have Sancho, who's been cooking the past 3 games.
Exactly. And then you can go back to a 4-2-2-2 again.
Rashi needs drop though, yeah? Just to add SHEGZ for me.
I mean, I think Rashi's playing himself into form. I think that run for the assist is like, traditional Rashi. So I think he's growing into it. I'd like to see a top 2 potentially of like Rashford and Sancho. Either that's with Bruno playing as a false 9.
So you have no problem with Rashford's decision making and running into dark alleys every single time and not helping in defense any time.
Hold on. So this is not him playing as a striker, and this means that he doesn't have to do too much more defensive work. It's the hope.
He cannot play with his back to goal, though, SHEGZ. He cannot win headers. He played as a striker in one of the games in the Champions League games. He's horrible in holding up the ball. He cannot hold up the ball. But if you're playing as a lone striker, he cannot hold up the ball. He only looks for the ball over the top. And if they play deep, he cannot do anything. Especially if it's 1 against 2 at the back, he cannot do much.
Yeah. So that's why I said he's not playing as a lone striker. It'd be a double striker, period, all the time. So either Bruno as a false 9, or they play wide forwards, or play him and Sancho as the strikers. And then you have Pogba and what's his name, and Bruno playing like this, like inside winger business that he wanted to do at the start of the season. But I think we're like growing into where we need to be. I think Ralph is going to figure it out. I don't know what he's going to do, but I feel like we're almost there. I think in the transition now, I'd say we're like 80-85%. I think once he fixes this last, whatever this is, I think then it's going to go from these 1-1s to 1-0s, and then eventually 2-0s and 3-0. but I think we're still transitioning.
Look at your fixture list, bro. Look at your fixture list coming up.
Just to counter that, though, SHEGZ, we did play a 4-2-2. All right, we were not playing well in the 4-2-2. The first game we played all right. Ever since we went to the 4-3-3, we've been playing fine. Okay.
Exactly.
I don't think the problem is the strikers. They're not finishing. That's one problem. Okay. Second thing is our decision making in front of goal is not good enough. There's so many times we can make a pass, we're not making a pass. So for me, I think it's more related to decision making. If we are creating 8.35 chances a game, the past 3 games, that's our average. That's a lot of chances. So yes, our strikers are not finishing. That I don't think we need an extra striker. I think we need to just keep one striker, but our decision making needs to be better. That's it. I don't think Rashi should be in the front. I think Rashi needs to be dropped only based on the fact that we need someone who is keeping it simple, all right? Taking the ball over and making the simple decisions. Luke Shaw was getting exposed when Rashi was on his side, not when Sancho was on his side. Same thing happened when Rashi went to the right side. Dallo was getting exposed. Do you see what I mean? And if I have no problem if he's not helping out, if your decision making is right. Do you see what I mean? You cannot not have good decision making, not finishing chances, not creating in the front, and still not helping in defense. Makes sense. I don't think we've been that horrible defensively. I think defensively, we've just been making poor decisions. I think we're solid defensively, and that's why I came back to the quality of Maguire, because I think defensively we've been solid. He's just making wrong decisions at the wrong time and creating scenarios to give opposition a chance. Attack, the reason I'm not worried only because of the fact that we're creating 8.34 chances from when we used to create 1 or 2 shots on goal in a game, man. So that's a big increase on that.
I think the issue is actually, I think we're actually fully in agreement. I think attack is our issue, which is why, like, when I said my initial breakdown, I was really talking about the defense. So I think as I said, we're growing into it. And you said our next fixtures, it's Brighton, Leeds, Atletico, Watford, and then City. So I think we're still okay. We've still got 4 games of build-up, which is Brighton, Leeds. And
Brighton's not going to be an easy game.
No, I keep saying Brighton is a really solid squad, man.
I fully agree with you, but I think that transition is going to start happening. And I hope it's in time for the Atletico game, but I think it's building up. I think there's just something in attack is not quite right. And if we drop Rashi, who do we play there? Lingard?
Ilanga.
I want to see Ilanga. I want to see Ilanga on the left.
It's crazy, but I actually trust Ilanga to put in a proper shift in, put in the effort, take the time, and keep it simple. You have Pogba creating now, all right? You have Bruno creating. You have Sancho cooking, man. So all you need is someone to just create and leave it for Ronaldo. Give him chances. Give him chance after chance. We cannot have too many greedy people up front. You see what I mean?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. But Ronaldo has not been performing. You know, Cavani has not been performing. So, which is why for me, I don't see the use in. And I know they're the greatest, but Ronaldo is also 37. Cavani is 34, I think, 35, 34, something like that. So I think we need just a better striker. Which is why I'd rather have Rashford playing down the middle and have Ilanga and maybe Sancho on the wings with him.
No, I disagree 100% about Rashford. I mean, you might have high expectation of Rashford as a striker. I don't. I think he's a wing player at best who needs space. All he does is he likes to cut in from the left side and take a shot. That's all he does. That's all he does. Watch Rashford, what he does when he gets the ball. He keeps trying to cut inside and take a shot. That's all he does, man. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion about Rashi. I don't have high expectations of Rashi because all he has is space, but his decision making is almost like amateurish.
I hear you, but he got a brilliant assist yesterday, and I think we saw the real or what Rashford can do as well. So he did, yes, he used his pace like we expected, but he played an inch-perfect ball for Sanchez to finish. And I think, look, he's growing into it. So I think even keeping him on the right is fine. I think our central
he's
forward,
playing so many games. How long are you going to have him grow into it? What do you that's my confusion.
Yeah,
he's been playing since the Van Gaal era, man. It's over 100 games for Rashford, man.
I know, but
by this time, yeah, man. But the
24?
decision making should be there by this point. There's players who are younger than him who have look at Broha. He's like what 22,
20.
22,
20.
and then just look at the decision making. Sometimes
Yeah,
in
but-
football, unfortunately, if you
No,
don't have,
no,
I think
Maranol,
Arsene
Maranol,
Wenger said
Maranol,
Arsene
hold on.
Wenger said it at one time that sometimes you either have proper football intelligence or you don't. And unfortunately for Rashford, he does not have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
footballing intelligence. Honestly, he has the raw skills. He has he's physically built to be that, but his decision making is just
Sure,
horrendous,
sure.
man.
I think,
And
I
I
think-
would,
I think-
and I'll
hold
say
on.
something else. I would, if a offer came for Rashford, I would take the offer.
Okay, I think with Broha, you can't really compare them. Broha plays for, is it Southampton, right? That's the club he plays for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they are going against a United team who's trying to play on the front foot.
Okay, what about Haaland?
Hold on. One at a time. One at a time. So what that means is that you can't compare Rashford to that kind of team.
Why?
Now,
Decision making. You can compare
Hold on,
football
hold on,
intelligence
hold
and
on.
decision making
It's
to
okay.
whichever area you play.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just hold on. So now he's playing a counter-attacking in a counter-attacking team. We saw when it was pure counter-attack with Ole, Rashford was destroyed. He was fantastic because Rashford is a great counter-attack player. Now, football IQ, I think that's all absolutely stupid. I can't believe Wenger said something like that. I think that's a very dumb thing because I think with players, you can teach them, you can coach them exactly what you want them to do. Now, I say this because you look at Conte and what he did with all those like has-beens at Inter the last 3 seasons, ridiculous. Like he brought Ashley Young, he turned him into like a world-class player. Ashley Young was like
No, Ashley Young was already
Hold
some
on.
players just have the IQ. Look at Tottenham, how Spurs right now. They have this terrible player. What's his name? Emerson Royale. Terrible player. Flies all over the place. That's why they wanted Traore because Emerson Royale is dead. It's terrible. And if Conte is disgusted with him, man.
I actually like
He's
him.
dead.
No, I
Oh, my
actually
God.
like him. I think the Tottenham games that I've watched when he's played, I thought he's actually played well.
Nah, he's crap, man.
Bruv, Royal is dead, bruv. He's dead. He just keeps diving all over the place, man. I'm serious.
I think
They
there was
cooked
like
him.
3
They
or 4
cooked him in
games
the
ago.
Southampton cooked him, bruv. Cooked him.
But anyway, guys. I think United. But the moral of the story for me is that I think we're in a process of evolution, and I think we're almost.
Hey, listen, why are you strained away from Rashford? I'm just trying to tell you that Rashford. So with football IQ, that's what I'm trying to come at.
No.
He's-
I don't think he's dumb. I don't think he doesn't have football IQ. I think there's a lot going on with Rashford. I don't know what is going on. I don't know how it's happening. I don't
Why
know
is there
it's not
excuses
come
for
from.
him? Why is there no excuses for Lukaku? Why is there no excuses for Pogba? Why is there no excuses for
Pogba has
Sancho?
played like
Why
2
is there
games.
why
What are you
why is there
talking
no
about?
excuses? No, why
What
is
are
there no
you talking
excuses?
about?
Rashford has been
now.
playing,
I-
and Rashford has been playing longer than Pogba, right? But you're trying to tell me he has issues. He's been doing this since the start of the season. He's been doing this since the start of the season.
He actually got injured for quite a bit, if you remember correctly.
But
He
look at the
just came back
excuses
to
over
last
here.
season.
Pogba got injured too.
Exactly.
So did Lukaku.
Exactly.
So be
But-
easy
so-
on them as they're coming back.
But Rashford has had quite a few games. But I think he's going to find a niche. I think he's going to find a niche of coming off the bench at the 70th minute when you need a goal.
Exactly. He's an
providing
impact
at that
player.
point.
He's an
I think
impact
that's- I think-
player.
I think that's what he's better at, and he's shown
Exactly.
that last, like when he came on against West Ham.
Yeah.
Tired
He had that
legs,
goal
Kunaal.
last, like, minute.
Kunal, it's like the
I'm
pace
on your
against
side.
tired legs. Do you see what I mean?
Exactly.
Then you can go direct right at them. He's not a starting player, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Is he needs to be dropped in the sense come off the bench as an impact player,
Yeah.
but he needs to
Maranol,
accept the
Maranol,
fact. You know,
can I
Rashford is not
say-
going to accept that fact.
I hear you. Can I say about 6 weeks ago, you were
Yeah.
here raw dogging on Sancho. And
Yeah.
I kept saying Sancho is going to get it. And now you're saying Sancho's cooking.
Wait,
So-
what do you
so-
mean?
so-
Wait,
no,
who
like-
said I
like-
was
like
wrong?
6 weeks
What are you
ago.
talking about? I always rated
Bro.
Sancho. I said he's been struggling though. I never.
Exactly,
Hey,
exactly.
no.
So
No.
hold on.
No. Wait,
So-
Bert.
so-
Did I ever down? No. Pause. No, you are saying something that's untrue because I always rated Sancho. Nope. No, I can't let you land on something that you're telling me that I didn't say.
You can.
No. Sancho is no. You cannot. I never said Sancho is not. I never said Sancho.
Sure.
Wow.
You can argue after, but
This
The
is a
point
perfect
that-
example of how United are run as a club.
and anyway, look, you might have said it, you might not have said it, whatever. But the point was, Sancho had to be given a run of games to play himself out of the bad form. You see, and he eventually grew into it, and now he's on smoke. Now we need to keep affording players this kind of grace. Now,
Rashford's got a whole season, Shegs. Rashford's got a whole season. Sancho started the season on the bench, mate. Sancho was injured. Rashford started a whole season. He's not been doing stuff.
Hold on. Let me finish the point. If you want to go and fight somebody who's been playing a lot, go and hit the Ronaldos. Like hit him. He's got game in, game out. He's done nothing. So if that's your parameters for saying somebody's bad, then hit Ronaldo. But Rashford,
I would drop Ronaldo. I would, and I agree with that. I'm just saying I would drop Rashford too.
Okay, it's okay. I think yes. I actually do agree with you. I think some competition from Elanga will be very helpful. Which is why when you suggested, I was like, no, that's actually a really good shout. I'm completely on your side. But I think Rashford, he needs to be given time. I think he's growing into it. I think 2-3 games, he'll be there. And even though I said that Sancho was going to happen since the beginning of the season and we didn't see it, now we're starting to see Sancho. And I think sometimes these players, they thrive on confidence. They thrive on being the man. I think Rashford will get there. I don't think he's a bad player. I actually think he's one of the best players at the club. He just needs to figure out whatever's wrong with him. He needs to figure it out, play himself out of it.
No, I disagree with you 100% on the fact that he's one of the best players at the club. He's a decent player at the club. I think we have Pogba, we have Sancho, all right.
Yeah.
We have Bruno. You can argue Ronaldo, all right. They're way better than Rashi. I think and this is the problem with us, is we as United fans, unfortunately, we overrate a lot of our players' ability just because they play at Manchester United. We overrate their ability. Okay? No, am I lying? Am I lying, Kunaal? Like, I think we overrate our players a lot.
But I think every team does that though. Like
but we do it to a level where that's what I'm saying. We do it to a level where we're putting Luke Shaw, Roberto Carlos on a certain level. Like, he plays decent, but he's had one decent season.
Last season though, yeah, he was on.
Exactly. So for one season, you're gonna call somebody. Roberto Carlos had to work almost 10 years to get that. To get that kind of fame, and we're giving Luke Shaw that after one good season. That's disrespectful.
But we're also social media generation. All the stuff you're seeing is just these freaking 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds talking about Roberto Carlos and all that stuff on Twitter. Like that. That's where we're at. So I don't think
like those ones who say like the Club World Cup is not important, and those kind of people.
Bro, those are legit claims, okay? Those are legit claims by adults. Adults. You guys are playing with toys right now. That's what you're saying. All right.
Who else's result do we need to get through? I think Chelsea. How things were going for you guys? Give us a rundown there.
Chelsea. We just spoke about Chelsea, right? The Club World Cup. We haven't played.
Yeah, but
let's talk about league. Let's talk about what's important.
We haven't played the league in a while. We've had FA Cup that we went through in the last round, and now we have Palace next week. So
you beat Tottenham, so thank you for that.
That was we covered that already. The 3-peat on Tottenham.
No, I know, but I'm just thanking you again for beating Tottenham for us.
They're a dead team. We don't count that. I told you already. Tottenham are dead, bro. They are honestly, like, Conte is not going to be there very long.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that's why Jithin skipped this episode.
But I think we covered everything so far. Unless you guys had any points to add.
What are the games coming up?
Yes, actually, complete sidebar. Newcastle are a team reborn. I don't know
they won today, right? Against
they won today. I don't know what they've been feeding them suddenly. Obviously, it's 300 million pounds worth of.
They've got a lot of work on their hands.
Yeah, but they're kind of pulling through. You know what I mean? Like they're
about time.
I mean, but it seems like in the transfer market they seem to have done a really good job. And now it looks like it's paying off.
And I think Trippier got injured today, though. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see the game. I just saw that he scored.
Yeah, I think he got injured after that. I haven't seen yet how that Bruno Guimaraes or whatever his name is plays. Who
He
else
came
did they
on.
get?
Yeah,
I think later on.
I missed that Newcastle game too, but like
Yeah.
1-0 on Aston Villa, correct?
Yeah.
That's a good result. That's a
yeah.
very good result, man. That's a
Yeah.
very good result. Especially Villa has been really hot right now. You know, Coutinho last game, I think he had 2 goals. So Villa is another team to look out for, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you think about Frankie G, by the way?
Oh, Frankie's back. Frank Lampard. You can see so much similarities between the way Everton are playing and how he had Chelsea playing. Like it's
at the start,
like,
right?
Yeah, like free flowing, but very like
exposed,
open. Yeah, very exposed to like getting
leaky goals, very leaky goals that they absolutely you hit the nail on the top. That exactly what it reminded me of. It's like they're good going forward, but they look so vulnerable in defense.
Yeah, creating a lot of chances, one-touch football, open play, just free-flowing football. Like he when he was at Chelsea and that happened initially, then they brought in Anthony Barry, who was the defensive coach, and he's still at Chelsea now. So I think that part he still has to figure out. He's obviously just got the job.
Didn't he bring Ashley Cole to the club also, if I'm correct, as one of the coaches?
For the youth, yeah.
For the youth teams. Okay, fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so now he's at Everton and he took.
Yeah, big up to Frank for getting Ashley Cole in, man. You know, some of the I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult for a lot of the black coaches to get a lot of jobs in the Premier League sometimes, you know, and so it's nice seeing Frankie step up for his boy, because Ashley Cole has a lot of coaching badges and has yet to be offered any promising coaching jobs in the Premier League. He has a lot of coaching badges. People don't know about that. So shout out to Frankie. For doing that.
He also took Joe Edwards there, who was at Chelsea with him, and he was one of the coaches for the youth teams at Chelsea as well. So it seems like they're heading in that direction where they'll take a lot of our players on loan, a lot of Chelsea players that they know, which would be good for us as well, I think.
By the way, yesterday Van de Beek was cooking.
I was literally about to ask the question. Like how did he play? Because I didn't see the game.
I didn't see the game either.
Listen, he was one of their top players. In the first half, he won the highest duels, most accurate passing accuracy, most aerial duels won. Dude was everywhere, bro. And I don't know.
Where
I don't know how.
He played him in a pivot.
Double pivot. There was a pivot. He played him in a pivot, man. No, right by the top circle, man. And man, it's so sad that hopefully he's on loan.
But that'd be a good thing.
He has a good season,
guys, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this transfer window in Jan, I think there were like a lot of. I think it was a very busy window if you compare it to like other Jan windows, and like a lot of teams were trying to like towards the end made a lot of moves at trying to, whether it was loans or like permanent deals and stuff like that, option to buy, all that stuff. I think a lot of teams did well.
I'm unemployed, and I think I still made more money than Arsenal on transfers this window.
But apparently Arsenal are in for a big striker in the summer or something like that.
Hopefully, but I don't. I think they're gonna.
Who would they go for? I don't know.
Big in stature or ability?
Both.
They might get him. They might get another Marwan Shamak.
Yeah,
I think Isaac, but I heard that a lot of other teams are in on Isaac as well. Like I heard Newcastle might be going for him, and I heard Chelsea potentially might even want to go after him. I don't know why.
I don't see why they would.
No, I don't think so.
Chelsea should just bring back Broja.
He doesn't fit that profile.
Bring back Broja, get Declan Rice, get Kunde in, and I think we'll be set. And then maybe like a couple others here and there. And
no, I'm not gonna. I was very, very impressed from Broja's. It's just his work, his effort off the ball too, man. I was very, very surprised. Like even that game, how physical it was for Southampton. After there was a tackle, like a head injury, which freaking they scored on, and there was a lot of drama that happened on the sideline. But Southampton got together after that and put it on, bro. They put it on Spurs, man. Like that guy, Hassan Hudel, I think that's his name. He's a decent coach, man. Gotta give him credit too.
Yeah, no, they're playing some good football, man, and even with Broja, like you can tell he's like a very passionate player, man. The way he celebrates, the way he puts in a shift and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I would love to
Love
have
to
him
see that. Love to see
yeah,
that,
would
man.
love to have him at the club next
It
season.
is so exciting to see so many good young players in the league right now. Like regardless of team, it's so nice to see that, because I feel like there were a few years where we didn't have that level of talent in the youth systems that a lot of teams have. But
Yeah.
just seeing that recently, especially, has been like refreshing to see. You know,
Yeah,
there's
but
superstars coming up.
along with
Like
that,
Gallagher
yeah.
too
Oh,
also.
yeah, Gallagher too, man.
Lamptey.
Yeah, when along with that comes the coach's challenges of managing these young players, because it's a completely different ball game altogether.
It's a
Man.
results-based business.
Yeah, because they're all like these like social media kids, and like everything throws them off. They're kind of like picky and stuff like that. It's not like how I used to manage these big characters before, right? Like Roy Keane and all these guys. Like it's so different managing like these younger players now. But
It is, man.
anyway, yeah. But yeah, we'll wrap things up over an hour now. We'll be back again next week. I think there's some Champions League games this week too. None of our clubs are playing, but I think there's the PSG Madrid game, Liverpool Inter. I think that'll be another good game. So
Is this week the Atletico Man United,
no, next
right?
week, the week after. United are playing a
yeah.
Premier League game.
You have Brighton,
playing Brighton
on Tuesday.
Oh
Tuesday.
no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really all the games now I go for.
No,
I don't know what to
like
expect
it.
anymore, man.
I like it because now every 3 days we've got a game. I think that will blood us in.
Yeah, no, it's a tight schedule now, man. From now.
But you didn't bring anyone in, so your depth is kind of
Exactly. That's my other
worrisome.
concern. We don't have depth in midfield. So just imagine, this is something I was thinking about earlier. 2 weeks ago, right? We were down. I think it was 1-1 against West Ham.
Leicester just scored against West Ham. They're 2-1 up.
Yeah, I saw that one. So 2 weeks ago, we were playing against West Ham. I think it was 1-1. Off the bench, we bought Cavani and Martial, who freaking came into the game and helped score that last goal. The past week, we bought in Elanga and Jesse Lingard. Just see that drop in our bench kind of ability that we have, and that's what I'm a little nervous about, is a squad depth right now.
Especially if one player gets injured. I have the same issue with Arsenal, because even though we don't have any other games in the week, which
you should be worried about red cards, bruv.
I am. I have been. Bro, also the worst thing is we have more red cards than goals in the last like month and a half, but we played like 4 games. But
Kunaal, you know what confuses me though about those red cards is the fact that Arteta is so disciplined in how he organizes people. So I'm really surprised like how many people lose their kind of composure in the games and get so many red cards, because I feel like under Arteta's tenure, there's a lot more people getting red cards than I've seen ever. Even during Arsene Wenger's time, I never saw this many like poor, like bad decision making by players.
I want to say some of those red cards are unfair, in my opinion, but 100% agreed. I think a lot of these players are like the headbutt from Nicola Pepe 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, silly.
Even just Martinelli losing his head the way he did. I know he's a young player, but like first of all, pushing. He should have he got fouled before that. But regardless, you don't push a player who's out of bounds, who's trying to throw the ball.
Absolutely.
And then you don't go on the other side and put that foot in. Just
silly. It's really silly.
A lot of very stupid decisions.
And also my second club, Ajax, where my coach is coming from for next season, they destroyed FC 25-0. I just want to get that out there as well. Where our coach, Ten Hag,
who they beat?
You think he's coming? You think he's coming?
FC 20. Doesn't matter who they beat. They won 5-0. He's coming to United. That's all you need to know.
Because I remember you boosting Sancho when they beat Jamaica or something 5-6-0. I don't know.
Look at Sancho now. Look at Sancho now.
Look at him now.
Look at Sancho now. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I'm still not over the fact that you said I tried to disrespect Sancho. Yeah?
Look,
don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that.
We'll continue this in part 2. Like, share. But yeah, anyway, we'll wrap things up. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. We'll be back again next week. Peace and love. Yeah.
All right, guys.
3 points.